Aloha, and I hope everyone is doing great. I'm out here at guess where? Coco Joy Sanctuary and enjoying autumn. Well, today is the 7th day of September. And I love to recognize the 7th days because it gives you a day to check your alignment, check your chakra, and see what kind of beautiful colors that we can use within ourselves to manifest a lot of things on the 7th day. Well, especially this week is so busy because back to back we have the Mercury retrograde coming up on the 9th as well as the full moon on the 10th. And so really it's a time 3 days prior we can start to get what we want to let go, right? There's so many things on our checklist that we have to kind of check it out. Like this morning, it was bound to happen. My drawers dropped and a whole bunch of my clothes fell down. And I was like, oh my God. And I just picked it up and, getting rid of my jar that fell down because today's rubbish day, right? So it's really looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how much clothes I accumulated. And so things like that really, just like us, where it can't hold all these things in the jar, and that's why it fell down, because there was too much clothes that really. Do you really need all of this? And so really, September is a time where we really sink deep into things of letting go. Because if we don't let go, how can we flourish? How can we grow? And how can we expect new things to come in? Why? It's because October is a month of finding new love, new happiness, new beginning of things to happen, right? It's like when you finally give birth, you got to get rid and get ready for the new baby to be born. And that comes within us because every year we grow another age. And with that age, we have to really create our system of growing with that momentum, because some of us, who knows, maybe some of our attitudes, some of the way we perceive things in life, and we don't even know that we act that way still, like how we did back in high school or back in college days, and so a lot of these things of when we grow up, we go through many different phases, and believe it or not, back in the days in New Valley, I remember, the last day of school, can you believe they used to have this thing called Kilahali Day? If you don't believe me, you can Google it. And and some of people still have that kind of thought frame, and that's why now, many years later, that generation is in between this love and hate of people. Really, because we were the products of the hippies, right? Back in the 70s, we were born during those ages where, the late 60s, the early 70s, the 80 babies. We are the ones that really got to see, we are really in the both end of things. And a lot of us hasn't transform ourselves into the next way of life, because we're still kind of, in between of things that we haven't really woken up to, because we think that is the way of how we live life, right? But, this is a time to step back and see your growth, see things that doesn't serve you any longer, see things that you need to get rid of, even though it's like, oh no, yes, there is a lot of memories to everything, but a lot of memories you can give to somebody that will really help them. You know, like the whole bunch of my clothes is just so happened. I was just talking to my friend, and he's like the master of Craigslist, and he was telling me, "Oh, you gonna have this? Well, let me know when you're gonna have your garage sale." So I'm like, okay. So, you know, things like that. It helps bring in all of this community of people that are masters in that. I'm not a master of doing Craigslist and all that. There are people who are great in doing that. Give them that thing, you know, get rid of it and let it go. And that is why I'm saying that sometimes when you feel that you want that changes, and when you like really think it out loud and manifest it, people will literally come like that. I mean, I was like this morning with a jar and on this and that, and then just so happened my friend who just, you know, finished surgery called and wanted to see, you know, how they're doing and stuff like that. And we were just talking story, and then end up, bingo, we talked about getting rid of a lot of these things that's around me, and which I literally manifested this morning. 2-3 hours later, the solution for my problems got resolved. And that's what I'm talking about, friends, is that when you manifest things that you really strongly want to let go, and have that good intention of these people will come in and help you, literally. And so that's what I'm saying, is this month is really looking deep into the things, and especially full moon is a time to what? Let go, so you can bring in all good new intention into what else? The next journey. And so all of these great things is going to start to happen. But remember, Mercury retrograde is coming, and that's when people's like, oh no, I love it. In fact, when Mercury retrograde is here, is because guess what? That's when things like signing contracts, things like traveling, things like electronic, things like, you know, that you should put on the side, exactly is what it means, is to put these things on the side and focus on things that you really need to let go. So that's why the alignment this week is so great, because this is a time to do all. Mercury retrograde is coming on Friday. Saturday is the full moon to let go, and really finalizing and all of that. And so that's when you start to bring in all that great new intention, so that also can be manifested into your journey for the next month and the next month. And so you stay tuned, because I hear the rubbish man coming, because they're not on. Oh, they are on schedule, because they didn't pick up the rubbish on Saturday, but I guess we're getting double whammy today. So anyways, you take care, and I'm enjoying this peaceful communication, feeling grounded with nature, and getting ready for fall. So you stay tuned for our full moon episode, but I'm just telling you that, hey, 3 days ahead, before all of this happened, be prepared, because guess what? It's 7th Heaven's Day today, and enjoy. Aloha.